Today, we're going to take a step back and adopt the methodical mindset of a systems engineer. We're going to slow things down, look at the technical schematics, and deliberately walk through exactly how to build a fully automated, state-of-the-art content pipeline. We're moving way past the experimental phase of AI here and right into the era of connected, automated infrastructure. So get comfortable, focus in, and let's build this machine piece by piece.
Okay, let's dive into this. For years, right, solo creators and business owners have been caught in this relentless manual grind. Designing and posting to social media used to literally eat entire afternoons. But we're transitioning away from that fragmented manual labor now. Instead, we're engineering a future where robotic efficiency and connected tools actually do all the heavy lifting for us.
So here's our engineering blueprint for today. First up, escaping the design trap. Second, connecting Claude and Canva. Third, generating and editing designs. Fourth, automating your global distribution. And finally, quality control and troubleshooting. Let's get to it.
All right, part 1, escaping the design trap. To escape the old, highly inefficient system of, opening up Canva, hunting endlessly for the right template, retyping all your text, fixing the spacing, exporting, and then manually re-uploading files, well, we have to completely shift our mindset. And this brilliantly illustrates that shift. On the left, we have AI.Talks. This is your standard advice-giving chatbot. It's smart, sure, but it can't actually touch your real-world tools. But on the right, that's our goal, AI that does. By utilizing connected infrastructure, Claude becomes a mechanical system that literally opens your applications and executes the physical labor for you.
Moving on to section 2, connecting Claude and Canva. Now it's time to physically link the gears of our new content machine. We're going to integrate Canva directly into the standard Claude browser application. Let's execute this integration methodically in 3 crisp steps. First, open your settings, right down in the bottom left corner of Claude. Second, click connectors and just search for Canva. And third, hit connect and allow permissions. With that single action, you grant the system the ability to read, create, and export designs. And honestly, it's pretty impressive. Even a free Canva account handles most of the baseline capabilities we need to build this pipeline today.
Once we're connected, we don't want to just guess what the system can do, right? We want to know exactly what we're working with. So we input this precise technical command into Claude. List every Canva connector feature available in this chat, using only the actual exposed tool list as source of truth. We engineer it this way so the AI doesn't hallucinate features. It essentially forces the system to map out its true, verifiable parameters based strictly on the code it can actually access.
Running that precise command outputs a beautifully clean menu of capabilities. Now we know exactly what tools are in our newly assembled pipeline. Claude can generate a design from scratch, create an entire presentation, edit an existing design, import from a URL, and export a final file. It kills the guesswork instantly, making sure we only ever ask the machine to do what it's actually structurally capable of doing.
All right, section 3, generating and editing designs.
With our connections securely established, we now move to the production line phase. This is where we leverage real context to generate original visuals and seamlessly modify our existing templates. So, the crucial point is that prompting in this environment is an iterative mechanical loop. You describe what you want, you review the visual output, and you tweak it. For example, if you tell Claude to take a design and make the text at the top more prominent and, say, neon pink, it reaches into the tool, finds the exact element, and syncs that update instantly. There's no more dragging little boxes around on your end.
When you already have a template you love, you feed the machine a precise, code-like prompt like this one. By pasting the link to your specific Canva template, right alongside a link to your own brand's website, Claude pulls your actual product details, your tone, and your brand colors. This entirely replaces generic filler with your authentic brand identity. Pretty cool, right?
Now, asking the AI to analyze the number of words per section is absolutely vital engineering. Templates possess structural integrity. They're already designed beautifully. If you try to force a massive paragraph into a space that's meant for 5 words, the entire visual architecture collapses. This specific prompt acts as a safeguard. It forces the AI to study the layout first, ensuring it fits your new content perfectly into the existing working space without breaking the underlying design logic.
Let's move to section 4 and see how this builds, automating your global distribution.
Okay, so the design is finished, but we obviously still need to ship it. We're going to hook our distribution engine directly into this flow. By attaching a single distribution connector, an application called Blotato, to our system,
A solo creator will save exactly 5 hours per week of manual upload labor. Think about that. That's 5 hours of hunting for tabs, uploading files, and copy-pasting captions, completely eliminated from your workflow.
Now, when you're engineering a system, cost and scale definitely matter. This pricing analysis evaluates the management of 20 distinct social accounts. Blotato serves as our designated export domain for $29 a month. When you compare that to standard alternatives running at $83 a month, it's just a highly efficient and logical choice for our automated conveyor belt. To unify our generation and distribution pipelines, we follow this methodical sequence. Step 1, connect your actual social accounts inside Blotato. Step 2, generate your API key. And Step 3, add that key to Claude as a custom connector using the specific URL path provided. And just like that, the pipeline is fully integrated from end to end. Now, you issue the final operational command. Post this to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Threads. Optimize the caption for each platform. The system simply takes over and auto-tailors everything for you. It writes a short, punchy caption for Twitter, a more conversational one for Threads, and a highly polished one for LinkedIn. And you want to know the most impressive metric? It executes this global deployment in exactly 32 seconds. That is the ultimate payoff of the system we just built.
Finally, Section 5, Quality Control and Troubleshooting. Even the best engineered machines require routine maintenance, right? As you begin operating this pipeline, you might encounter a few inevitable hiccups, like an export domain error or maybe a custom media hosting issue. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that these look incredibly intimidating at first glance, but they are literally just minor system flags. They both have simple one-line technical bypasses to get the conveyor belt moving again without any real breakdown. First step is the Canva export domain error. This happens when the system notices that export.canva.com isn't in its strict allow list. To bypass this, you simply give Claude these sequenced instructions. Export from Canva, then pass the Canva export domain URLs directly to Blotato to post. Once it works, command Claude to firmly remember it. This updates its internal system prompts so you never have to type that bypass command again. The machine learns.
Second is the custom media fix. So why does Claude sometimes fail here? Well, because artificial intelligence naturally defaults to creating its own closed sandbox environment to host files. If it tries to spin up its own tiny server for your personal photos, you just correct the machine immediately. Use this command. Use Blotato to upload your photos and videos so Canva can use them. This routes everything seamlessly right through Blotato's media library, completely removing the need for external, disconnected storage like Google Drive or Dropbox. And there we have it. We've successfully engineered the machine. You've escaped the manual trap, connected the visual and distribution gears, and learned the troubleshooting bypasses to keep it all running smoothly. So I'll leave you with this question to start your newly built, fully automated 2026 content machine. What are you designing first? A poster or a carousel? The pipeline is yours to command.